Hey, my name's Matthew. You're probably wondering why I'm in this predicament, but let's just take it from the top.
Alexa, what's the weather going to be like today?
The current weather is 38 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. Today, you can look for lots of sun, with a high of 71 degrees and a low of 38 degrees.
As far as tackle, what do you think?
Bring in a tackle box.
I brought my tackle box to my desk, but I figured...
Alright. We are loaded down, ready to go. I like to think I do, you know, but I don't really. Straight, you're pretty straight. This guy says he can back up a trailer. He's doing it because I can't, though. That was actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Thanks, sir. I like that hat. Man, you look ready to go. Look at this guy.
Hey, we ain't freaking playing around here, boy.
It should just slide right in there.
Yeah, push it down a little bit. Hey, oh my God. Lock it down.
All right, we are off. We're gonna get situated here and then get to fishing. Hey, my name's Ryan, and today we're just gonna do some good old bass fishing in southern Georgia. Well, really, I guess we're not in southern Georgia, are we, Tush? We're in the south, though. Yeah?
Yeah, we're in the south for sure. Mid Georgia.
Out here at Fort Yargo, it's currently 7:56. We're gonna see if we can get on today. Let's have some fun. Pew! This is my favorite lure to throw of all time. Top 3. Heading Zero Spook, bone color. Walked the dog a little bit this morning. Tush has got on a popper. Look at that sunrise. Goodness gracious. Look here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's sunrise or sunset.
Oh, there's a bass in there. Coming on to a beautiful little point right here with some brush out on the end. Oh, look at that cast. Oh, I think I'm gonna just sit this one out, Tush, and watch this. Hey, what happened to my walk the dog skills? There we go. Fishing the pre-spawn, I'd say, right, Tush? Bass are probably moving up right now.
They're gearing up now.
You're gearing up to spawn.
They're starting to get hot now.
Suck it. I just dipped this kayak to the right and your tackle box fell into the water.
12 years worth of stuff.
Now see, the key to walking a dog is a little bit of slack in your line in short pops. You want to see the head of that spook, just mosey on by. Just like that.
I feel like it is hard to fish a worm on a kayak.
Yeah.
Even with that rattle trap you had, like...
You can stand up now, if you want. I believe we could probably both stand up if we're careful. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I got a fresh stick bass of the day.
Huh?
Yeah, come on. It's actually a very common species around here. More common than bass, actually. Largemouth. Do a little finesse fishing, as they say.
Why do you change the color?
Yeah, I am caught. And so are you. Look at this predicament we got ourselves in.
And away!
Yeah, if you go back to back casts like you got hung up, you got to take a break. You're in timeout for a little bit, you know?
Hey, go ahead, bro.
I'm just gonna sit here for
Yeah.
Oh, that was perfect. I'm gonna take a few casts at this bridge here. Seems like a good place to fish. I get underneath this bridge here.
There you go. Don't worry about it, bud. The pancakes, they're probably almost done with breakfast. We'll probably head back soon. Good luck.
Thank you. Oh, sweet. I can see these pylons on the side scanner. They're casting shadow. Yeah, I can definitely see it. That's cool. All right. Okay.
Do you mind holding that?
I'm not filming this, I promise. It's amazing the ways that fishing line can get stuck on things. When I went to the Bahamas for a cruise, and you get off at like that really touristy spot, there was a horse and a carriage going by, and this other guy was walking by, and he looks at the horse and carriage and goes, "It's only got 1 horsepower, man." I mean, really and truly, can't beat that view right there. Beautiful morning so far. Just enjoying being out here. Tush, when is the last time you went bass fishing, man?
Summit Chase.
Summit Chase. That was probably, what, 6 months ago or so? There was a time when Tush and I were in high school, probably freshman, sophomore year, we go fishing almost every day after school, you know? So getting back to our roots a little bit here. Feels good. It's like giving me anxiety fishing with a worm because all I feel is like sticks and stuff.
I went smaller hook, bigger worm.
I like that. That's a good idea. Look at you being freaking logical.
Smaller hook, bigger worm, thicker worm.
Cover the
That's
hook.
The point of the hook. See, this freaking thing is building the worm for a reason.
That's right.
It's a freaking weed blocker. See, first you get a weight about yay big.
Now, how many ounces would you say that is there, Bo?
3. No, there ain't no weight. It's 3 ounce. That don't look like 3 ounce.
All right.
You go point of the weight down.
Right.
See, you don't want to do that.
Right.
Right there, the bottom of the weight here needs to set on top of the worm here. So you put that through. See, look,
Well, I can't even see what you're doing.
I done pricked my finger. Look at that.
That's a sharp hook.
That's a freaking sharp hook now. See, Ryan does some freaking Palomar knots and all this uppity stuff here. We just turned this about 7 times now. Just turn about 7 times here. Be careful. See, we already got blood over here on me. What that does here, see, is create a little circle at the top of the line, and you feed it back through that there. and then you hock to of that a little bit, and then you just cinch it down. So you just cinch it down there.
All right.
Little honeycomb knot, that's what I call it.
Honeycomb.
Hey, it never failed me yet.
It
But
never
maybe,
failed you yet?
maybe a couple times. See, this freaking weed guard is here for a reason, okay? They don't just fabricate this for no apparent reason here, you know? So turn it away from you. You want to go straight down with that hook there. Bring it out about where, you know, that angle starts to bend on the hook.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to bring it down. You're just going to slip that up here. And I even like to cover the knot of the line. Look at that here.
Look at that.
Now you're gonna give yourself a little slack on the worm. You know, push it up to the ceiling here.
Yep, yep.
You're gonna go through that thick side of the worm and through that weed guard there.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That ain't getting caught on nothing.
That is perfect. Sheesh. Right up in there. No way. Okay, we're good. Golly, man, I might need to do the same here. That memory of that bass doubling your rod over and hearing that line taut like a guitar string will never exit my mind. I mean, that was a largemouth bass that broke your 10-pound line like it was nothing.
Set your drag, people.
It was truly incredible, just like witnessing the power of that fish. Cool part about this lake is that we're surrounded by just woods too. I mean, no structure around us in terms of, like, you know, buildings, things like that. It's where you want to be. Look at that, Tush. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is why I say y'all need to go mountain biking. Riding by the lake.
You know, cloudiness or whatever the hell you want, but at the end of the day, what do the fish want?
That's right. You can't force them to eat.
You can't.
You know, if I want a ribeye and all I got is chicken, well, hell, I'll still probably eat the chicken, but, you know, I won't like it as much. That was probably a poor analogy. It was actually the opposite of what we were trying to say. Looks like a beautiful area to fish here. I think for as far as you can see, it's 2 to 3 feet deep. A little bit less. Oh, shit.
You shake me out.
I almost did. We're right in the middle of my monologue on where we're fishing. Tush, what you got on? Cinco? Cinco worm, Texas rig. How are you gonna fish that thing? You gonna fish it slow, or are you gonna beep-bop it around?
I'm honestly guilty of fishing my worms pretty quick. I still give it enough time to fall, but then right when it touches ground, I'm kind of back on it again.
Right,
so
right.
I don't know if that works in my favor or not. I catch fish, but
Come on now. Could I be catching more? You know?
catch it.
We'll see. All right, so we're gonna come up here and fish a little bit. We're still sitting about 1.5 feet of water. We're gonna allow this wind to push us back and make a really big drift over this flat, cover a lot of water. I'm gonna still throw the rattle trap. Tush is gonna throw either a Cinco or a spinnerbait, and we'll just cover some water. And I think that might get us into something. I'm pretty confident in that, so we'll give it a shot. See, this is why I love fishing places like this that are not around as much infrastructure, because it's a different kind of quiet. I can only vaguely hear cars in the background, but other than that, I hear birds. You know, there's one other boat over there fishing, so we can hear them a little bit, but it is quiet, and I feel like we can sneak up on something here, so let's see what happens.
Do you think, can you put this in your hand? Is that too heavy for 4-pound line?
No, it's not too heavy.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. It's not too heavy in the sense that you can fish it and fish it good. Is it ideal? No, but Hey, work with what you got,
Or should
yeah?
I just go rooster tail, which is a little lighter, probably.
That's an option. Yeah, for sure. Something flashy. I think something flashy right now. I think maybe we underestimate how hard bass fishing actually is. You know? Like if you're catching them in a small pond, I think it's easy to do. But out here on a big lake, you got to figure them out a little bit. You know, what produces. All right, so we're fishing around a lot of submerged structure right now. I don't know, what would you call this, Tush? All this stuff, like just shrubs that are dead right now? Or have been dead?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something like that. But I was throwing a rattle trap, and with those treble hooks, 6 hooks altogether, I think I'm going to continue to get caught up. So I'm going to try a similar strategy, but with like a spinnerbait. See if that works. A little more weedless, same presentation with something shiny and fast. There's fish feeding in front of us. Look at them. Yeah, throw in there too. Oh, come on. We actually think we see some fish feeding in front of us right now. Right where it seems to be a little bit more still. And I can vaguely see the bugs that they're feeding on flying above the water. So, feels like a good spot. We're gonna throw here for a little bit. I'm actually gonna try that zero spook again. I've seen fish feed on top of the water, so I'll throw this for a little bit. That's a pretty good walk the dog technique there, Tush. Look at that. Oh, you want me to slow it down? Okay.
This is where I start saying this like sucks. You know me, you know, like,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden,
That's when it happens. It's like, what are we doing out here? Do we know what we're doing? Should we change it up? Is it even possible to catch a fish? It's a good cast. I say let's go explore a little. Let's find a little bit deeper water and find a point. That's what I'm confident in. All right. We've been fishing shallow. Let's fish a little deeper, a little slower. You're about to captain this boat, Tush.
Huh?
You're about to captain this vessel. You are the captain right now, sir. You lead us to the promised land. Steer this boat.
Kind of.
Okay. Not as. So now the boat isn't tracking us straight, right? So you have like a little bit of touch. Will get you a long way, I think. I think it's pretty stern steering.
For sure.
All right, so this is cool. We're sitting in a Hobie Pro Angler 17T, and we just got it oriented to where we're very maneuverable. Early on, I think we might have had the skeg down. There's a lot of parts going on in a Hobie kayak, but you know, maybe that's a story for a different time. Anyways, I think we just got it oriented properly to where now we can steer really fast, or you know, left and right really quick, and now we're scooting. Now we got it going on. I tell you what, though, we are scooting right now. Now that we've figured out a bit, we have the wind at our backs. This thing moves well through the water. She's fast. All right, we're sitting in about 5.5 feet of water, and it was a pretty sharp drop off from both sides. Like we're sitting on that drop off. So I'm gonna throw left to right here with a spinnerbait, move it pretty slow and see what happens. A trick I used to do a lot with a spoon is the yo-yo. So I'd pick my rod tip up, do a big sweeping pick, just pick that lure up off the ground or into the water column more, higher into the water column, and then allow it to fall. So I'm fishing all the water column. Wind is getting a little bit heavier. Really not even a little bit, it's definitely picked up. Being in this big kayak with, you know, out of motor, we're just like a big freaking bobber out here, being pushed with the wind. So got to stay up on that a little bit, but yeah, that wind is howling now. What would you say, Tush, 10 mile-an-hour winds probably?
Yeah, I'd say anywhere from 10 to 13.
Yeah.
It was helping us on the way here, but now...
Yeah, now it's hurting us a little bit. If we got out around that point, it would be helping us. It'd be pushing us in the right direction again. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. We're going to head for this point up here, get out of the wind, or at least in a position where the wind will help us go down the lake and not into the side.
We're still scooting.
Yeah, man, that's true. We're fighting the wind right now. We're going at it, or at least diagonal, and we're doing okay. So how fast would you say we're going right now? Ooh, in knots. Do you know knots?
1 knot, I think, is around 22 miles an hour.
Okay, so not even half a knot?
Even a half knot.
Yeah. How did you know that? You really think? How did you know that?
Can you fact check me live right now?
Dude, that's... Yes, that's worth a... It's worth the Google. 1.151 miles per hour.
That was way
You're way off.
11 knots ahead.
I'm thinking a square bill here. Maybe my biggest one dies in the 5-foot range, maybe. Throw that out around here.
I freaking reckon I gotta go back into this goddamn tackle box that are just closed just to get a little split weight for the goddamn fluke. Because the goddamn spinner bait blade decided to come off. I didn't hit no trees. It was just reeling in. So yet again, here I am, putting on another lure.
You spend about half your day in that tackle box, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's why I call it fishing and not catching. Come on.
Come on now.
Come on. In the midst of us messing up a little bit, changing lures, we're caught in a tree, so we're gonna try to figure this out.
You're going backwards, bro. Can't pull myself away under my spell. I can't break, I just can't stop.
Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we're good. Yes. I got you. You're good. You're good.
Bro, that is cold.
Note to self: don't hit logs. And standing up. I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, the chop on the water, but I mean, it's definitely not a light chop. There's some serious wind out here, and we're getting along. How the legs feel, Tush?
Rocking.
Let's keep it pushing. But they've done some crazy renovations here at Fort Yargo, and it's just nice to know that the money's being spent well somewhere. I mean, this is probably the nicest state park I've ever been to, so props up to them.
The gabagool. Medic! Medic!
Some grapes. I bet you didn't know I'm telekinetic. You ready? I'm gonna make this toothpick jump without moving this toothpick at all. The key is you have to have the same thing, and it transfers energy better, right? See that? Try one more. I'm gonna try really hard on this one. Tush, why are you wet? What happened?
We had a rainstorm come through.
Yeah. Pretty dark. All right, we finally got ourselves in a position where the wind is going to push us to where we can fish. So I'm just making big sweeping casts with this square bill, trying to cover some water. Sitting at about 7.5 feet. I don't know. I mean, is anyone out there? Yeah, we got this fluke on as well. What would y'all do in a situation like this? Would y'all judge me if the entire video is using my reel like this? I think that this is maybe the second hiking party today. So that's pretty cool. It seems like the state park organizes hikes for kids and things like that, or maybe it's just other organizations, but nonetheless very cool to see. You guys just checking in, still haven't caught a fish. Lots of stick bass. I think we both are doubled up on stick bass. All right, we're on. First one of the day. She's pulling. I think she's pretty big.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Me too. Let's go.
Take her on out, boy. Let me see her.
Oh, that's a nice size.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Now we have worked hard for that fish.
If only you guys knew.
Hey, we can actually post this video now. Look at that. Beautiful, healthy fish.
Yeah,
Fought
that
hard.
good.
I'd say about
God,
what?
look at the color.
5-6 pounds?
We'll be right back.
Agama. Beautiful. Send her on her way. All right.
Hey, where'd you catch that at? You don't have to get it.
Come on, boy. Let's be 2 steps ahead now. Oh, you see that leg mobility?
You're gonna have to stay in the water.
You think so, boy? Oh, I can get us out of here. Huh? Come on now. Give us a good shove. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Yeah, you get in. Listen, I don't like repeating myself.
Hey, I already spent so much time in this water today.
All right. Oh, can't believe you left. Shush. Ah. I'll tell you what, fishing, filming, manning a boat is not easy. A lot of moving parts, but we're getting it done. You'll get better each time you go, right? That's one thing that's, filming and doing stuff is hard. Like, I feel really comfortable lifting weights and filming because I lift weights so much, you know, I just do it all the time. But something like this is pretty fresh to you, so you get a pretty steep learning curve, you know? Anyways, that shouldn't stop you from going to do something. Like, you're going to fail, and failing is part of learning, so don't be afraid of that. You're stable.
Hey, fail as least as possible. That's what I got to freaking say about that.
Just be aware I am moving. You are standing. I don't see anything in front of us.
I'm immediately dropping to the floor.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Just like...
All right, hold on. All right, that was a lot of fun. Good to get out on the kayak, try something new in terms of, you know, learning how to use that boat. I've only ever been on it once. Caught one, so that was fun. Makes me want to get out here more. Just try to get better at it. Maybe pick a less windier day. I think that made it a lot tougher than it needed to be, but again, I mean, where else would you rather be? So, Tush, you got anything to say, bud?
was a hell of a time. Great time. Appreciate the invite.
Come on.
This thing did well.
Yeah.
We were cruising. Can't wait to do it again.
Go do stuff. Phew.